All right, everybody, one more thing I need to do. Let me take care of this. Here we go. Now, welcome everybody to the January 4th first meeting of the 2021 year, our corporate call that we do every Monday. And we look forward to this one because, quite frankly, we're turning over a new leaf and a new year and a new way and a new prosperous fortune. That's what we're doing here at the Bump Card. So, as always, every Monday, it gives me great pleasure to do what? To introduce our CEO of the company. We do this every single Monday. I know he's got some great information. I know he's got a vision. He wants to paint for everybody what we're doing. He knows more than I always has and always will. He knows what's coming up. So with that being said, Mr. Shane Hendrix, you have the floor, sir.
Hey guys, thank y'all for being here with us on a Monday morning, as always, Monday afternoon. Some people think it's still morning for, but appreciate y'all being here. And I wanted to start off again with just a huge thank you and to everybody for what went on and took place in 2020. We feel like we absolutely started a successful company in 2020 amongst a lot of crazy havoc in the beginning. Just to kind of recap, for a lot of new people that are on here, we started this thing in March, which was exactly when COVID and all that hit us. We had the governor of Tennessee telling us we had to get out of our building during on the day we were about to launch. So we held off the launch for a couple of weeks, I think it was. I can't remember exact dates, but the day we were about to launch at 1:30 in the morning, we had a tornado come through. So we had floods happen. We had all kinds of stuff going on. And we went ahead, I think it was just a day or two after that, with water still standing in our building, we went ahead and launched. And, we now are over, well over 1,000 affiliates. And, for a startup company here, we've done a whole lot of stuff, learned a lot. This is the first that we've seen of our type where we're taking a digital marketing company and going to the masses with affiliate marketing. And we're excited that we're doing it. We're not looking back on everything except to learn from what, maybe mistakes we've made and things that are going on. We're just crazy excited about, what's coming in 2021. It is, we have a vision that a lot of the people that are on the call have seen and heard, and a lot of them that are on the call haven't. And I'll kind of go over that vision with you here in a moment, but I wanted to kind of talk about the texting program that we've got. We're basically finished with the texting program due to some of the new regulations that have come down. There's a ton of regulations in the email marketing campaigns, texting campaigns, and things like that. If we were just texting people back and forth, we wouldn't have to worry about it. But because we are in the world of the marketing side of it, we have a lot of concerns over regulations. One of the regulations that has kind of not hurt us, but has made us change a little bit is that they are slowing down the delivery of text messages that are for marketing purposes. So with that slowdown, what we were doing in the beginning was sharing a texting number when someone had a bump card that they were going to, like let's say I said to all of my people, I want you to text shane.thebumpcard.me or text Shane, to my 10-digit code that we were sharing. You could potentially, with thousands of bump cards out there, you could potentially get behind some of the texting that was going on, and it would take your text a little while to get out. So we abandoned that and just said, even on our lowest priced product, starting at $10.97, and we'll be going over that pricing structure this week with you, but even on our lowest price package, you're going to receive your own number and you'll receive unlimited keywords. So we're not going to hold you back there. So that was actually a good thing. The bad thing about that is that we spent 4 to 6 weeks just developing that part of the program to where you were going to be able to have a shared number in the beginning and then purchase your own 10-digit code after that as you increased in packages. So it took us 4 to 6 weeks to just develop that part of it. Well, now we've ripped that out and we're having them change it. They promised me it won't take that long. So we're excited about that. We have all the commissions and the plans and stuff ready. If you guys will kind of be ready for a text message later on this week, along with an email, and get your team on there, and we'll be going over the text messaging pricing and commission structure. And I'm going to have someone talk to you a little bit to kind of segue me into the next part of this conversation, or the next part of this meeting. I want to talk about the texting platform and how it's commissionable, and we're going to we're going to end up with several things that 5 Point Concepts is going to do, and each one of those being something that's commissionable to you guys. They will not take as long for any of them to come to fruition as the texting did. We've learned a few lessons on the texting program. So, but anyways, if you don't mind, I'm going to have Laura and Delon Henniger come on here and talk about 5 Point Concepts and the bump card and what it's done for them, and then that will again help me kind of segue into the rest of the meeting. Ron, can you unmute them, or?
They're a co-host. They can unmute themselves.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hey guys, Delon and Laura here, and excited to be on the call. I'm gonna let Laura share first here what's happening, because she's the brains behind this.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year, guys. It's really good to be back on here with you guys. Missed it. So, the bump card, we refer to it a lot as a digital business card. But what I'm learning and using it as a product for our business is that it is so much more than just a digital business card. It is a complete digital marketing platform. And it has been the only thing that we have used to build our RV business this year. The way it can be optimized with SEO and some of the other things that 5 Point Concepts is bringing on board to just drive that traffic. It's a fully functional website that I have control over day in and day out. I can go change the content on it without having to send an email to a webmaster to get it done and pay them more money to do it. And the awesome thing about it is, like, it's free because we're getting our restaurant.com codes. So this platform is just phenomenal. And I don't have to tell you guys that, or you know that, or you wouldn't be here. But, we shared some of our stats with you before the holidays. And I think the last time we got on here and shared our analytics on our card, we were at about 15 or 16,000 views on our card. Well, today we're at almost just shy of 18,000 views, 159 downloads, and 122 shares. What's even more fascinating to me than that is if you go in and look at your stats for just this year, which we're only 4 days into the year, right? And I just went and checked for this year, and for the first 3 days of this year, sitting here on the river, entertaining guests at the campsite, getting on my social media with my bump card, we've generated 740 views and a couple of shares just in the past 3 days. So I just don't know of a website or marketing platform that creates as much interest out there. So that's just our product testimony, and we're super, super, super excited about the texting and getting that up and running, and even more enhances our business. So
guys, from my standpoint, I'm a product of the product, both of us are. And, once you've got your belief in this product, it just gets me super daggum excited, to go out here and talk to every business owner and share with them what this, platform can actually do for their business. And talk about a gold mine, like Laura said, you guys already know it because you're here on this call and everything. To be able to, transform the only thing in business that's never been transformed, the business card, and do it with this digital business card, guys, that's just called right place, right time. And then when you wrap 5-point concepts around that too, that's a home run. Back to you, Shay.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. I just wanted you guys to hear that. I hear from Delon and Laura quite a bit, and I've worked with, again, Delon, I've been friends for a long time, and glad to get to work with them, but also glad to see what, has taken place with them. And guys, it's taken place with them on their own. I mean, they're not, it's not something that 5-Point Concepts is doing for them other than giving them the tools and support to do that. Laura has taken this on her own. I mean, I suggest, basically, Laura, make sure to put in chat your henniger.thebumpcard.me. Let them look at, the videos and stuff that she's done. So she's taken upon herself to, she wants to better their company, and we're giving her the tools to do it. And guys, it's the way a lot of people are wanting to do it now. They know that they're needing to grow their business in a different way. All of these corporate customers that we're talking to, they understand the way of doing business has changed, and they are. I know Ron calls it pandemic ready. And we need to make sure all these companies are pandemic ready, and 5-Point Concepts can help them through that. But one of the main focuses, again, of 5-Point Concepts right now is the Bump Card and the digital business card platform. And these corporate companies that are coming to us are recognizing that their little business card, little paper business card, and one, isn't being handed out anymore. Nobody's getting to see it. But two, how fast they can hand these digital business cards out through social media, through texting platforms, and all that. So, as 2021 continues, and we all are still wearing our mask, and we're all still, kind of confined to a different world of marketing, the digital business card is here, and it's here to stay, and it's getting a lot of great feedback from other companies. And our platform is the absolute best platform out there. We will stand by that, and we will continue to make that platform grow. But the biggest thing about our platform is the ability for us to put SEO, search engine optimization, and other things around that platform. In 2021, we're going to have we're going to have a structured meeting, and we're going to try to do these multiple times a week that help people build their card. If they've got questions, they can come in and ask, and we can help them. Because that's one thing we're noticing, is that a lot of people, they can build the card, make it look good, but we want to help them function with that card and share it and those kind of things. So we have multiple corporate structured deals working right now. I can't stress to you enough, if you've got anyone that has multiple locations, multiple sales reps, those kind of things, they will be going to a digital business card. So get in there and get in the middle of it before they go with some other company, and that other company is going to sell them a digital business card, and that would be it. They're not going to move forward with what 5-Point Concepts is going to do and helping them with different products. Just an example of those products, like we've already talked about, is the SEO. Laura and Delon are a great example, again, of the SEO side of this. They are doing their own SEO. They have not had any SEO package put around their products yet. And as soon as we do that, they'll start seeing even an additional boost in the local market, in the local area. And guys, just give you an example of what SEO means. Search engine optimization is, when you request from Google RVs or RV park in Chattanooga, you want RV parks to show up. You don't want any other information. That's what you want. Well, it's Google's responsibility. In their eyes, it's their responsibility to send that back to you and send it back properly. They don't want you to find a furniture company when you ask for an RV company. So that search engine optimization that's what that means. And we go to bat through 5 Point Concepts and through some of our software to make sure that that SEO is proper for your company. We have different levels of that, as we go and move forward, you'll learn that there's different levels of SEO. And it also depends on what kind of business you're in, what type of business. Are you local? Are you national? Are you both? Are you a company selling products, or are you just a company that has a brochure site to drive traffic back to your front door? So a lot of different things on the SEO program. The follow-up programs that we're working on currently, and we've got some beta testing going on. It is right up our alley for network marketing and for affiliate marketing, any kind of sales rep type thing. It's great to know when someone contacts you on your phone or through your business card, how to follow up with that person. And 5 Point Concepts will have a product to do just that for you. But what I'm wanting everybody to recognize is that what 5 Point Concepts is, and the Bump Card is only one product. We put that product out there first so that the companies would join up with us and know, like, and trust us, understand what 5 Point Concepts is, understand what the Bump Card is about, and we knew once we had those customers in place that we would be able to add additional products to them. And you as affiliates for the Bump Card and 5 Point Concepts every one of these will be commissionable, and that's why we're building the texting platform and getting that in our own hands. One of the things I didn't recap about 2020 was when we first started this, we had in our repertoire already a texting platform, but Ron and myself and Gordon, we were kind of telling the story wrong. We told the story a little bit more in depth than what our program allowed at that time. So we decided to go build our own. When we went to build our own is when we found out it wasn't as easy as we thought it was going to be to build, but we're about there now. But that was a big moment in 2020 was when we decided to take that on ourselves. But we're glad we did. We will be glad we did. And like I said, just wanted to know there's going to be many a la carte type of things that right now, if I could draw out a big circle and tell you we have around 100 products and services that we could extract out. We've literally extracted out one, and that's the Bump Card. We're about to extract out the second one, which is the texting platform. After that, we're going to extract out the SEO and the follow-up programs, the PPP or PPC campaigns that we'll be able to manage for people, the website development. 5 Point Concepts just took on a customer that had onboarded nurses for 3 different companies. They were literally having to have storage buildings where they would house their paperwork for the state. No longer do they have to do that. Our IT department went in, developed the software in the back end to take all those nurses, onboard them. He can now figure out automatically what nurse he needs to call on within a 25-mile radius of wherever they're looking for that nurse, and all that's through 5 Point Concepts. So we've got a lot of stuff that we'll be bringing on and offering to you guys. Like I said, we're really excited about the card building educational program, because we have so many people saying, hey, what do we need to do? How do we make that card look as good as what Shelly's making it? And so we'll have Shelly on several of those calls to help out with that. So Ron, let me look at my notes here and make sure I haven't missed anything.
While you're looking at your notes, if you don't mind, can I recap something really quickly? Because you went through it so quickly, I want to make sure everybody understands. I especially want to make sure I understand.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to ask is this. You mentioned earlier, be sure and watch your emails and your phone text this week, because you're going to send out an email and a text to everybody in the company about you're going to explain pricing, platform and commissions of the texting program.
Correct. I want to call and have us just a specific Zoom just on that platform, on what we're going to do with the texting. And hopefully by the time we have that meeting, I'll also know where we're at on that extra piece of development. We do have one of our key guys in the IT department has tested positive for COVID and having a little bit of a hard time with it. I think he's a little bit sick from it, asking if he could sleep the rest of the day. So we, of course, told him he could. So he's working from home. His wife's got it. He's got it. So prayers out to them. My daughter went through it during Christmas. I wish I had our Christmas pictures from this year. It was through a glass window pane that we were able to take pictures of her. So I was actually took and quarantined myself for about 10 days and luckily tested negative. My whole family's tested negative. So we are still having to deal with the COVID stuff, but hopefully by the time, Ron, that comes, that meeting comes up this week for pricing and commissions and everything, we'll be able to have more information about the testing and the releasing of the texting. So
okay, so first of all, prayers out to your family and everybody's family that's been affected by this COVID crazy thing. Next thing is, so I understand that we're going to cover that, but here's the next thing that I heard you say, and please correct me if I'm ever incorrect. I know you will, but what I'm hearing you say is that I'm going to have the ability to build my bump card at my .me site, and through your SEO, and you mentioned local SEO, I'll be able to come to 5 Point Concepts with my .me bump card and be able to set up something through 5 Point Concepts that can literally do local SEO. Let's say I own a swimming pool cleaning company, right? I live in Houston. We do that year round. You could take my bump card with all of my information, do local SEO for me. So when people go to Google and find swimming pool company local, there's a possibility that I come up and they see my bump card with everything I put on there. Is that correct?
yes, that is correct, and a strong possibility of them coming up too. So once you put SEO around it, and time is your friend as SEO is related. We work on SEO every single month for what we do on every customer we have. So, but the answer to that would be yes. We can take your bump card if it is just your digital business card and you've added your profiles, you've added all of your other information to it. We can then take that and put SEO around it and have it being a backlink to your main website. But in Laura and Delon's case, it is their main website. And then in a lot of other people right now that I've been working with, it is their main website. We took a gentleman. I think I told the story of the young lady that was doing design work, interior design work. But we just picked up a new customer, and this guy is absolutely jumping up and down because he thought his website was going to cost him thousands of dollars. He now has his wife putting his website together for him using the bump card. Every one of his customers were going to be mobile anyways. He's putting a calendar on there to where they'll be members of his members only type of club, but they'll be members only. They'll buy through the bump card. They'll purchase that through the bump card, and then they will come in every week and pick their slotted time through the bump card. So his total outlay for his website is going to be around $500 worth of development from actually the young guy that's in quarantine right now that has COVID. It'll be development from him. And then every month his website will cost him $50, and we will give him back $50 worth of restaurant.com codes.
That's awesome.
He is absolutely jumping up and down with excitement over that because he thought it was going to cost him a ton of money. And so this low hanging fruit is out there like crazy. If you talk with anyone that says, I wish I had a website, but I can't afford it, don't know what to do, don't know how to build it, it is absolutely going to be simple to do and get those customers. So
And that's fantastic. And Cheryl, it's funny you asked that. That's gonna be my next question. So let's say hypothetically, I'm a member of the Bump Card, I'm a member of 5 Point Concepts, and what I'm hearing you say, Shane, in 2021, there's going to come a time, if I want, I'll be able to brand and promote myself as an expert in pandemic prepared marketing. Okay. And what all I have to do is get people's interest, and all of the work, all of the labor, all of the follow through is done through 5 Point Concepts, which I'm connected to, but I can promote myself as a person that's an expert in this field. Is that correct or incorrect?
That's correct. And what we'll do, we look at this as being probably latter part of second quarter, first part of third quarter is what our notes say. So what we're trying to do is make it to where the affiliates will be able to go out and do their own assessments, do their own initial assessments, so that you will have an understanding of, with our tools, you'll have an understanding of what that company needs, whether they need SEO. A lot of times you have great SEO, but you have a terrible website. We've seen it over and over and over where I'll drive traffic to a website that you don't want to go to. And so you want to make sure at that point, you're an expert and understand, hey guys, you got great traffic. You got an awesome audience, but you're driving them somewhere that they can't get around, and we'll have tools to show you that, or vice versa. They will have a wonderful website and they'll have no way to drive traffic there. It's like a big building or stadium sitting out in the middle of a forest and no roads to get there, no signs to get there, or nothing. And we see that happen time and time again where, someone's nephew says, hey, I can build websites, and he goes and builds one. It's beautiful looking, but there is no traffic coming to that website because they don't know how to drive any traffic to it. They don't know how to, he didn't know how to put SEO around it. He didn't understand pay-per-click campaigns or anything like that. So yes, Ron, that's our goal, is to put together a program that will allow you to become an expert, not at each one of these areas. We don't want you to think, hey, I've got to learn how to do all this. That's not what you're going to learn how to do. What you're going to learn how to do is run reports, not even run reports. You're going to run our software that will spit out a report that shows where these guys are at in their digital footprint. And once we recognize that and show them what's missing, then we'll grab them and we'll give them a lot of different options. Some people are ready for a full-blown, we've $138,000 customer a year that we've got right now, ready for a full-blown setup. Others are ready for pieces. The guy that we onboard the nurses for, he had 3 good-looking websites. We didn't need to do anything with those websites. All we were doing is working to help him in the background. We've seen many customers that come to us with problems, and the problems are not always their website. It's more of a processing type of problem where we can help them with that also from the IT development side. So, but yes, Ron, I hope that answered your question.
It did answer my question. So I'm just seeing myself as a baby boomer that's not astute in this marketing online, all these kind of things, that I'm going to have the opportunity to be an expert. And the only thing I have to do is lean on 5 Point Concepts, and they pretty much take care of it for me. They pretty much run the whole thing. I just open the door and get it started. That's all I have to do.
Yeah, and guys, I'm gonna Ron, if you'll unhook or unmute Gordon for just a second. I'm gonna talk with Gordon just a minute. I know that Ron and I talk on this call all the time, and guys, we've got somebody that is Bump Card. That's all that's on this guy's mind. That's all that he does is works on the Bump Card and works on helping everybody with when they need assistance, support and stuff. He's back there helping him. But I want him to talk just a second about, what he found when he was out. Before we ever took on the Bump Card, Gordon did over 400 assessments for 5-point concepts. And I just wanted him to kind of talk about what he learned and what he saw and everything that was needed out there so that you guys can understand this is the best position that a company could be in the digital marketing world right now, and be able to take that to this market with affiliates like we're doing, basically paying you guys so that we don't have to pay advertising costs. And I think it's the best position any of us can be in. But as a company in the digital marketing world right now, everybody has got to get pandemic ready. We saw that we weren't. I mean, as much as we, as many products and things that we had for name tag country, over 500,000 customers, we saw that we needed some extra stuff, so we're getting pandemic ready. But anyways, Gordon, are you there?
I'm here, Shane. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, hear you good. I just wanted you to kind of shout at everybody, and wanted everybody to get to hear your voice, and tell them what you're excited about with 2021 and what you saw take place before the bump card ever took it and we started it.
Well, Shane, you're exactly right. And I tell you, and Happy New Year, everyone. I talk to a lot of you guys on the phone every so often. But, when I went out and talked with those 400 clients that he was referring to, it was, in one sense, it was very frustrating because, a lot of them were, like Ron just said, baby boomers. They knew they had to have a website. Some of them have a great website, but zero traffic. And a lot of them had, sour taste in their mouth. I just spent $7,000 on this website, but I haven't seen any traffic from it yet, and in a lot of cases, they might not use a family friend to build it. Some of them did, but some of them would use a big company to build a website, but they just left them hanging, and they didn't understand what SEO was or why they weren't getting traffic. So, I saw it from everything from the bigger companies to, an antique shop, all the way around. And that's why I got excited about the bump card when I first was looking at this, because, I would talk with all these companies, and eventually, if they were going to have an existence online, they knew they were going to have to spend the money sooner or later. Some of them were that educated, but that business usually came from relationships. And when I saw the bump card, I said, man, this is the perfect way to get our foot in the door to start creating and cultivating that relationship with a lot of business owners. And so that's what initially first excited me about this bump card. But Shane's right. There's lots and lots of low-hanging fruit with companies that are going to have to succeed online if they're going to exist. But they're just uneducated, and they need somebody they can trust. And in some cases, it'll be baby stepping them in to a full-blown marketing website. So we've got all the tools, guys, all the potential, everything that we need to make this successful this year. And just so excited to be able to work with you guys.
Thank you, Gordon. I appreciate it. Guys, I can't explain the work ethics of both Gordon and Ron. Absolutely been incredible to work with and go through this process with. And Gordon spent countless hours going through and doing those 400 assessments. We knew we were taking 5-point concepts to the market through affiliate marketing. Gordon said, I'm going to take it out there and I'm going to pound the pavement and I'm going to figure this thing out before we do this. And he did recognize that there were some, tough problems that we had, because affiliates are, going to not pound the pavement like he did. They're going to go to their friends and their families, and they're going to start there, and they're going to, work on doing what we as affiliates in multi-level are used to doing. And we recognized that, we needed the product to enter in the door with, and we had thought about several different things, and Ron brought the digital business card idea to us, and that's how this whole thing came about. So again, excited to work with both of them, and excited about, what we learned during those 400 assessments. Guys, those things were 28 pages long. They had all kind of analytics to them. We would take a pawn shop and we'd put them up against the other pawn shops in their local area and tell them what they needed and how to help them grow. And that's exactly what we'll be doing, but we'll be doing it through a little easier process that the affiliates can do on their own. I think it's important if you're standing and sitting somewhere talking to someone, whether it be at church, at a bar, at whatever it might be, and they're asking you questions, that you're able just to pull up your information. Gordon was so worried every day about the knowledge that he had. He said, I don't know if I know exactly what to say to these people when I go out there and talk to them. I don't know but I didn't want him to go out and act like he knew SEO. I didn't want him to go out and act like he knew social media or even advertising campaigns. That wasn't what it was about. It was about him getting them to agree that they needed help. And once they did, then we brought that back to the gurus that understood what was needed. And I told him, I said, it's kind of important for you to tell that person that you don't know what you're doing, because there's not a single person that I've got here that can run pay-per-click advertisements and do social media and do the SEO and do all that. So it's more of a process of having all these different departments that are doing it for you. And that's, again, where a lot of these people are running into problems with their websites is they are not talking to each other. They've got a website guy that's made the development side. We've got another person running their social media. We've got another person running their pay-per-click advertisements. And then those 3 or 4 people, different companies, are never talking to each other. And you have to talk and communicate inside of this whole thing and make all 4 of those pieces of the puzzle kind of stick together. So Ron, I got one more thing. I'm gonna.
Okay. Shane, hold on. This is blowing my mind. Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. I'm seeing something I've never seen before. So what you're saying is when we get to that, I mean, right now we're so close to the text thing. It's right around the corner. Then we're going to do the SEO thing. So I'm imagining in my mind, everybody wants a bump card. They can get a bump card, then they can sign up for SEO and drive traffic to their bump card. That's a winner. That's a big winner. But the big thing I'm thinking is this. Somewhere down the road in 2021, sooner than later, I'm going to be able to go out and do assessments with companies if they need a website, if they need SEO, if they need pay-per-click advertising, if they need poly-targeting, whatever they need, 5 Point Concepts can do for them, and they will follow up with them and take care of that customer. And every single marketing tool they're using is commissionable through our comp plan.
Yes, and Ron, even better than that to me is what the future holds for that customer that you brought to the table. So one, our goal for that customer is to help them grow. As they continue to grow, we continue to grow with them. You've brought them to the table. And as just one example, we have a customer right now, and I don't mind saying that customer is going to be at $130,000 a year. The goal is to get that customer to being a $250,000 to $300,000 customer per year. Well, that's not got anything to do with you as the affiliate. That's got to do with us as 5 Point Concepts and helping that customer grow and build and, increasing his pay-per-click advertisements, increasing all these things and along the way. And as that happens, your commissions increase. So, so to me, that's even, more powerful. And then also as that customer is a customer. So what happens when that customer is excited? They're going to share with other people. When they share with other people, you have no idea who that next customer is, but they end up underneath you as an affiliate.
And let's say this happens 5 levels deep from somebody that's in my group. I still get paid.
You still get paid, and you have no idea that they came on. I mean, they could be a one customer that shared with another customer that shared with another customer, be 3 or 4 levels deep. You have no idea who they are, but our system does not pay or have anything paid any other way but inside our system. So you're going to get paid from that.
Oh, wow. Okay, Shane, go ahead. I gotta mull that over.
Yeah. So, so now that, we're kind of talking about what 5-point concepts can do, we're working on a program right now that will do this for our affiliates. So what we're going to do is we're working on several types of co-op programs. Some of these co-op plans will be where we're doing testing right now for some on a customer base. We'll also do some testing on a on affiliate base, so that when these advertisements are placed, this marketing is done. As these come in, these leads come in, we will have multiple ways that we distribute those leads. And one of the ways that we're going to distribute those leads is through a co-op plan. Others are going to be through, some things that, maybe some Strive for 5 programs or things that we do. But wanted to kind of put that bug in you guys' ears and letting you know that, 2021 is going to be a time for growth, going to be a time for us to reach out to all of these clients, all of these prospective clients that we can have that are needing digital business cards and they're needing websites, do-it-yourself type websites, and 5-point concepts help. So as we do that, we want to know before we add you guys into the co-op plan, we want to do our own testing, see what those numbers and analytics come back like, so that we can kind of show you a pro forma and show you what will take place. So that is probably one of the most exciting things that that I have on my plate, because I am that marketing guy and I enjoy seeing things grow. I enjoy taking a company and spending $200 or $300 with it, and then saying, hey, there's enough room for growth that we can now spend $20,000 or $30,000. And that's what we'll be doing. And we know that this market is out there. We just got to get our feet wet, figure out how to tackle it. We've already done a little bit of it and seeing some great results, but we're about to go full blown now that 2021 has arrived. So.
And it's about being pandemic prepared. That's what it is. So there's a couple of questions here saying I won't keep you long. I know you got things to do today. But KDL Barron said, are these locational lead co-ops? I guess the answer to that would be yes. Location would be USA. That would be the location.
I'll answer a little bit deeper. When we're talking about locational, she may be referencing also location from where she is, as far as what area she's in. With these leads, it really doesn't matter if they're local to you or not. Everything that we do is digital. Everything we do is online. So if you're talking about it being local for your local area and zip code and things like that, it really, in our eyes, is kind of irrelevant. I know, everybody that is prospecting, and Chaz Carter and Gloria and all these guys that are prospecting big time right now are doing it, and it doesn't matter where these people are coming from. And,
right. And Oscar, I don't mean to cut you off, but Oscar has a question. He says, I've set up my bump card, but have not sold to anyone yet. Do I have the ability to do a group text message to everyone who has bumped my card? Is this a feature I can sell to business owners?
That is the texting platform,
which is coming on board. It's not here as of yet, Oscar.
Right, that is the texting platform.
Yeah, and that's it for the questions. Super excited to be sure. I just can't imagine being in a position where Mr. Ron Pruitt can be an expert in marketing. That's just crazy.
Well, guys, we are like I said, it is 2021. I promise you, back here at the office, we are working as hard and diligent as we can to come through with everything we say we're coming through with, to get all these products and things out there. One of the biggest things that we have underway is the app that will be handling housing all the products. So when you do have a customer that has the bump card, they can see all the other products right there in their face. They're grayed out, and understand that they need those, and keep questioning what they are, and finally grab a hold of one, and you get paid on the next pay cycle. So that part is what I know we're all here for. But I'm telling you, every time I start talking about it, I don't start talking about the money. I don't think about the money side. We sat in a room with three, what I would call big players in our market, in our industry, sat in the room with these three big players. And as we were walking out the door, about to get up and walk out the door, I recognized we had not even talked about commissions. We had talked about where we're going, what we're going to do as a company, and the money will follow. The money will absolutely follow. As big as this thing is, as big as what we're going to do and take this to the market. So anyways, that's all I've got, Ron. I hope, I apologize. I think we've gone a little over time, but
we did. But it was a great first of the year meeting, and I knew it would go over because I didn't know you were going to go that deep in sharing your information. But I'm so happy that you did. It opens up a, lack of a better term, but opens up a can of worms for people to understand, even myself, to fully understand what we literally have our hands on. It's so much more than just a digital business card. And it's so much more out there that we're going to be able to help companies. And I personally, Shane, can't think of one company that is not interested in becoming pandemic prepared for their marketing. I just can't think of one because marketing has changed. It's not going to go back to the same. It is totally different now. So everybody listen up. Tonight, again, we're going to do the mindset training. I'm sure it's going to be about something about starting off the new year. It has to be something about that, I would say, that would be poignant to do so. So at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, as always, on every Monday, mindset training tonight, same place. We are on zoom.com. Gordon, appreciate you so much. Appreciate everybody here so much. And again, welcome to 2021. Shane, have a fantastic day. And again, prayers for everybody and their family about COVID. We're going to get through this. We're going to come out the other end happy, plum pleased. Thank God, everybody. See ya.
Thanks, guys. See you.